Summer is here, and if you clicked on this video, it simply means that you've procrastinated your weight loss journey and now you genuinely need to lock in last minute. But genuinely speaking, I got you. I'm going to be showing you how to lose up to 14 pounds in 14 days. And honestly, I know it sounds crazy, but this is genuinely backed up by science. I know you're mind blown right now, but the crazy thing is, you're not just only going to be losing fats. I'm going to make sure that you also don't lose your muscle. It almost sounds like I'm clickbaiting you, but honestly, it works. So you already know what time we on. No time wasted. Let's run it. Sub to the channel. Follow on every social media platform. Game is about to be dropped. The first thing I'm going to tell you is, honestly, I know you've heard enough caloric deficits. I know that it's blown your ears away. We've heard this sustainable fat loss. You should lose weight sustainably. But the goal of this video is, because you're going to be in a caloric deficit, which genuinely is a mild form of starvation, I was thinking that, why actually stress you? Why don't we just do it as quick as possible? Lose the weight as fast as possible while still keeping a lot of muscle. Now, this is one of the reasons why people never really get lean as fast as they want. Everybody goes with sustainable. Now, the problem is, I'm not arguing that sustainable fat loss is a problem. What I'm saying is, for the purposes of this video, we need to do things differently. We're going to be attacking every single thing so the scale drops fast like this. One thing I had to say is your body weight isn't actually just body fat. We're going to be attacking things like your glycogen, your water retention, inflammation, your sodium balance, and your food volume. The reason why I actually had to tell you some of these stuff is because it is backed up by science, and I'm going to show you one of the researches. However, I'm going to be giving you a protocol to attack every single thing fast, drop weight fast without losing muscle. The protocol is divided into the diet portion, a workout portion, and we'll also have supplements. Now let's attack the diet. I wanted to just knock out your doubts out of the way and tell you that this is genuinely backed up by science. Let's dive into the diet part first, because this is the most important. This is the protein sparing modified fast. So this method was actually originated by doctors when they had to perform a surgery on someone who was obese. Now, because their body fat was too much, it creates a lot of difficulty. But what they did is they had to put these people on a crazy diet. And what happened was they lost weight fast while preserving muscle. And this is very important because I want you to lose the weight fast this summer and still look sexy as heck. Because I want you to mug every single person. Yes, you heard me right. You see this research? It is literally here, so I had to go find the research. You can pretty much Google it, the protein sparing modified diet fast. So it doesn't sound like I'm actually just yapping rubbish. This is actually genuinely scientifically proven. What is a diet made of? We have our extremely high protein. This is very, very important because we need to preserve a lot of muscle mass. Now, we also have a stupidly low carb, stupidly low fat, and we're going to be having a lot of veggies. Yes, yes, yes. You need this diet to be locked in, because without this, just say goodbye to that 14 pounds I'm promising you. So stick with me. To actually understand the diet, you need to know that your body fat determines every single thing. So what I want you to do right now is, I want you to take a picture of your physique, dump it on ChatGPT. When you dump it on ChatGPT, ask ChatGPT to estimate your body fats. We need a specific number called the lean muscle mass, because we need to know your protein. That is so important, because you need to be able to eat protein to actually sustain protein, which is muscle. By the time you put your body into ChatGPT, and let's say ChatGPT tells you you are 25% body fat, you need to multiply your lean body mass. Multiply that by 1.2 if you're over 25% body fat. If, for instance, you are 20% body fat, you need to multiply that by 1.8. And if, for instance, you are sub 15, you need to multiply that by 2. Right now, I am sub 15, and let's say it gives me 183. I need to multiply that by 2, and you're going to be eating a stupid ton of protein. Now, the interesting part is, what is the main food? You're going to be eating chicken breast. Oh, yes. And you're going to be eating turkey breast. So I want you to stay away from salmon. We don't do none of that. We're not doing no salmons over here. We're not doing salmons. We want white fish like tilapia. We want shrimps, and we want egg whites. If you're going to be eating eggs, You're going to take out the yolk. Now, the reason why this diet is quite hard to stick to is you're going to realize that fat is really what makes every single thing taste nice. Fat and carbs, those two things really makes everything taste nice. But you're looking for speed. Unfortunately, you refuse to lock in at the beginning of the year or even the time where you're supposed to lose your weight. So you're not even going to have the opportunity to complain. And one thing I also have to say is we're not eating any fruits because fruits will have carbs and fructose, and I don't want to nerd out or geek out right here. So I'm just going to tell you this is the price of speed. You're going to be eating mainly protein, and a lot of leafy greens. You can eat your kale, you can eat your lettuce. Yes, you're free to eat a lot of all of that. But I typically know you're not going to eat your vegetables, but make sure you're hitting that protein. At least that's the bare minimum. A summary of every single thing I said was a higher body fat would require a low protein requirement, and leaner people they're gonna require a lot of protein. Within this time period, you're also gonna be avoiding a few things. Yes, yes, yes. No alcohol, please and thank you. We're not gonna be putting some empty calories into our body. You're trying to lose weight and lock in. At least I know you can do it for 2 weeks. I believe you. No sugar or junk. Stay away from all of that. You don't need no fast food. If you're going to be taking any sauces, you need it to be 0 calories. Please and thank you. We're not going to be eating to feel good, bare minimum for at least 14 days. I know typically I used to say, oh, you can have your fat loss sustainable, eat your foods, and you can also have your cravings. But for this specific time, for 14 days, no, no, none of that. You're going to be strict with yourself. I have explained the diet portion, but the diet portion is just one pillar of the puzzle. You also need a walking protocol, and this is diabolic. So, when you're actually on this diet, you're probably going to be on probably 1K calories. And the thing is, you're going to be way too tired. I've been on 1,800, and honestly, that felt like hell for me on 20K or 15K steps. But and you on this diet, you're gonna be on 1,000 calories. So trust me, you're not gonna have the energy for no running, no hit workouts, no none of that. What we need is we need to lock in on the steps. So we're gonna do for week one, 20K steps. Yes. So this is to build the base. You're most likely gonna need new pairs of running shoes because trust me, you'll be walking quite a lot. If you think 20K steps is a lot, no, it's not a lot. I personally have averaged 20K steps this whole week. I think my steps used to be around 15. 20K steps is not that difficult. I'm going to give you a system. You pretty much would have to probably sleep with 5K steps. That's what I do. I would have to get around 10K steps before 12 p.m. Then I need probably 15 before 6 p.m. Then from 5 to 12 you can easily rake an extra 5K steps. So yeah, that will be for your 20K steps. Now, this is just for week one. Now we even bump up the steps even more. 20K steps. So as I said, you're gonna need a new pair of shoes. Just buy a pair of sneakers. This is gonna be quite diabolic because I've done 30K steps. And honestly, when you pass 30, it's gonna be a lot. This is where the fat loss is gonna get stupid. And by the way, we're not gonna be doing no running. We need simple, steady state cardio because when you walk, it keeps you in around like zone 2, and that's very beautiful for fat loss. Now, as I said, we need a weightlifting portion, the workout portion. So while you're losing weight, I don't want you even looking skinny fat. I don't want you to, because one of the things I've realized, like for people who just lose weight, for instance, let's say you hop on Retta and you just lose a stupid ton of weight and you don't lift, what you're gonna look like is you're gonna look skinny fat. And I don't think you want that. So you need to be lifting weights. You need to look good because that's the main reason why you most likely clicked on this video. So you're going to be going to the gym. You're not training to burn calories. You're pretty much just training to tell your muscles, keep this, please. That's what you're doing. So you need the resistance training coupled up with your high protein to preserve your lean muscle mass. Now, for this, I'm going to pretty much tell you a simple workout split. You're going to be doing a full body workout split 2 to 3 times a week. Very, very simple. Ask ChatGPT to generate anything for you. You should be able to hit every single muscle group twice in the week. And also, you can also do 1 to 2 sets per body parts, prioritizing the muscle groups that are for aesthetics. So make sure you are prioritizing your upper chest, your back, your shoulders, and your arms. I would say those ones. I'm not an advocate for skipping legs. I remember telling you that this protocol is divided into 3 parts. So we have the diet part, we had the workout part, and now we finally have the supplement part. The supplement part, there is a mandatory part and there's a part that you don't really need. The mandatory part is your electrolytes. You need this because when you're on a low carb diet, you're going to be losing a stupid ton of water. And this is one of the reasons why people also cannot sustain keto diets, is simply because they don't have the electrolytes filled. Thing is, your body pretty much runs on 2 sources. Your body runs on carbs and your body also runs on fats. And when you're on this specific diet, you're gonna feel like rubbish. So you need to make sure at least you feel less like rubbish. What you need to do for that is you need to lock in on your electrolytes. Your electrolytes that's gonna be needed is your sodium. You need a decent amount of sodium. So I would aim around for around like 5,000 to 7,000 sodium every single day. You're also going to need your potassium. This is so essential. Please get your potassium, and finally magnesium as well. For your potassium, you should aim around 2,000 to 3,500. Then for magnesium, I think you should keep around 300 to 500. Now, to put you on, you can easily get every single one of these things by just buying things that has electrolytes. So just get like a bottle, 0 calories, and just down your electrolytes. So this alone would at least give you a little slight edge. It's also going to give you a little bit of energy too. So we've done the mandatory supplements. So these are the optional ones. Honestly, because this protocol is quite a lot for your body, especially when you're getting the steps, the diets, it's going to be a lot. So your main problem, your main issue is going to be your energy. And for your energy, I would say caffeine. You can have probably 300 milligrams during the day, maybe like 2 pills or 2 coffee. And this coffee, interestingly enough, would suppress your appetite as well, and is also filled with antioxidants. You need fish oil. The fish oils would reduce your inflammation and would improve your recovery. And you need your multivitamins because, as I said, you're going to be losing a lot of electrolytes and vitamins. So you need to lock that in to fill that micronutrient gap. Your electrolyte supplements as well. So during this diet, please and please, we're not going to be playing with our sleep. There is no alcohol, no exceptions. Make sure you're hitting your steps consistently. Make sure you're hitting your protein consistently. You should find a way on how to actually track as well. I would recommend you can use the app I personally use, Chronometer. They don't sponsor this video or anything, but I really love the app. So this is very aggressive, so respect it, please. This is not something that is sustainable, and you should not even be attempting this. Like, that's the reason why it only runs for 2 weeks. And by the time you start getting those steps and the diets, you're going to realize exactly what I'm trying to say. Don't be stupid. When you lose a stupid amount of fats, you should then transition into sustainability. Please and please, that's the goal. I'm just trying to get you results as fast as possible and reduce the time where you're going to be starving yourself for that caloric deficit, as I said and promised. It's always crazy when I say fat loss is easy, but keeping it off is the hardest part. Now, anybody can suffer for the 2 weeks. You can do every single thing. Let's say you actually lock in. You can probably get the results. But staying lean year round, that takes a proper system. The goal really is to always be able to look at yourself and have that confidence. To lose fat easily, to build muscle, to have your fitness simplified to fit your lifestyle. If you want a system that genuinely fits your lifestyle, like a glove, this is a system that I've used to transform my body and every other client I've worked with. I'm going to tell you that you should book a call with the link because I genuinely believe you deserve your dream body. You deserve the confidence that also comes with having a beautiful body as well. And with that said, I hope this video actually gave you a lot of game. And if it did, please tell me you smash that subscribe button. Let me know other topics you'd like me to cover on this video. Make sure you guys keep on putting God first, staying locked in, and honestly, till the next one. Peace, ladies and gentlemen.